Reactions, back again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. So, what exactly are we talking about? The new strand of jealousy. Yeah, it's interesting because when I think about this new strand of jealousy, um, it's like a person who projects their insecurities, the fact that they want to be someone else so bad that they create a new strand of jealousy. Let me explain this, ladies and gentlemen, because maybe you don't understand this, right? But the new strand of jealousy is basically people that want to be you. They don't like the fact that you're you. They they see you, right? And they just don't like you. It's weird. It's like let me put it like this. You got people that are jealous of you, right? They'll try their best to be you. Now you got to listen to me very carefully because this is crazy. You got people out here that are so jealous of you. They want to be you so bad. They want to mimic everything you do because of what? They want to know what it's like to be you. They want to know what it's like to experience a day in your shoes, a month, a year in your shoes. Now, let me explain this. This new strand of jealousy will make individuals purchase clothing that look like yours. They'll wear the clothing, right? But they don't feel good. It's like they see you wearing a particular designer. They'll say, you know what? I'm going to go buy the same thing. I want to look cool like them. I want people to tell me about what I'm wearing. So they go do it. And they're still not happy. They're not happy. Those of you that have been watching my platform, you know I wear a lot of Ralph Lauren. A lot of Ralph Lauren gear. And you know, in these YouTube days, everybody's sneak dissing. So I guess this video, you can title it New Strand of Jealousy Sneak Dissing. All right. I want to sneak diss a little bit. Maybe y'all could fill in the blanks. Since everybody's sneak dissing, might as well I sneak diss too, right? At least I admit it, right? So I'm sneak dissing just in case. I wear a lot of Ralph Lauren. And basically, I noticed that other content creators been trying to mimic that. Now, of course, anybody can wear whatever they want. But what I'm trying to tell you about this new strand of jealousy is that individuals will go out there and buy Ralph Lauren, right? Not because they want it, not because they need it, not because they were in the store and decided, you know what, this is what I want. They're buying it because they're jealous of you. They see you wearing it and you look good in what you wear. You know how to put outfits together. You get compliments from your viewers. So they say to themselves, you know what? I'm going to do that too. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go get me some clothing that looks similar. But now here's the kicker, ladies and gentlemen, because what I'm trying to show you is this could be happening to you. Meaning there could be somebody that's around you that is mimicking you in every way possible because they want to be you. They're not happy with their walk. They're not happy with their life. So let me get back to my story. So you'll have individuals, they'll try to rock Ralph Lauren. They'll spend thousands of dollars trying to buy clothes, only to wear it, but they're not happy. They got all this Ralph Lauren, but they don't feel good. Okay, that's not enough. They still watching you, still jealous, still mad. They'll see you go get a house. They'll see you go get a house, right? So it's like they go get the house and they're in the house now. They just got a house, and mind you. Now remember, I'm sneak dissing. Remember, y'all, I'm sneak dissing. I'm doing content, but I'm educating you at the same time. So they're sneak dissing while doing their content by talking about everybody's being jealous and all this other junk, but they're the ones competing with other people. You got people that are in your life right now competing with you, and you don't even know why they're doing this. Like, they're literally just following you around, trying to be you, copy everything you do. But they're not happy. That's the thing about this. It's like they're not happy with it. It's like they bought the clothes, they bought the house. The house is empty. There's no furniture in the house. So now it's like, okay, I got the house, but I still don't feel happy. I'm still not satisfied. All right, I'm trying to be like him. I mean, I don't got the type of wardrobe he got. I'm sure he got way more than me, but it's not working. I don't feel good. I got the house now. I try to stunt a little bit for my viewers, but I don't know how to mow the lawn. My lawn looking bad. So it's like now they're calculating the amount of work they got to do. They realizing this ain't going to be easy. You got to go buy a lawnmower. Can't buy a push one. You know, you got an open field. That's a lot of lawn to mow. A lot of ground to till. You got a lot of raking to do. So now the jealousy is increasing. They start to panic. Because remember, they want to be like you. But with all the things they're getting, it's not making them happy. And this is how it be with jealousy. This new strand of jealousy will make people go and do everything you're doing, and they're not happy. They'll go buy all the stuff you got, still not happy. Fam, y'all got to get it through your mind. Listen to me very carefully. Listen to me. You're in this world for a season, and then it's time to die. You understand? You're in this world for a season, and then it's time to die. You're not going to be here forever. You're here primarily to fulfill purpose. That purpose could be raising your children, right? So if you're raising your children, your purpose is to put them in a better place in life. That should be your goal, not being jealous of other people, you know? But this new strand of jealousy, it's very manipulative because the individuals that are jealous will accuse you of being jealous. When really, I have no reasons to be jealous of a man that depend on his woman to do everything for him. I cannot be jealous of a man that need a woman to get a house. I cannot be jealous of a man that need a woman's credit to get what he needs. That's not a man. That's not something to be jealous of, especially when I already done got myself together. I'm just saying, maybe I'm sneak dissing. I don't know. You fill in the blanks. Like, I just can't, like, think about this, guys. Imagine being a man and you cannot get a place for your family unless your woman use her credit. That's bad. Oops, I'm sneak dissing. Did I call any names? No. So, how could anybody be mad? Listen, if you a dude, right, and you need your woman, you need her credit to get a house, you're not a man. I'm sorry. There's no way. I cannot respect that, fam. I cannot respect that. I just don't see that, man. Like, how could a man feel like a man knowing that everything is in the woman's name? Hello, sir. Yeah, I would like to get this house. Well, we need credit. Well, I don't got none. But my woman, she's my wife. Oh, she's your wife? Well, I'm not legally married to her, but I call her my wife. That's the new strand of jealousy, people. I don't understand what is this obsession with people with thinking everybody's jealous of them. Like, you're not that important for everybody to be jealous of you. Like, seriously, I know we got haters and stuff like that, but fam, like, seriously, if you're the type of brother or sister that got something popping in your life, you got things going, you're going to have people that's going to hate you because of who you are. It's not so much about what you have, it's the fact that you're able to live your life. That's the new strand of jealousy. They don't like the fact that you're you. They envy you because you're able to live. They envy you because you get up in the morning, you're not thinking about no drama, you're not thinking about fear, you're not worrying. You're able to just go through your life and they see you and they're like, man, this person don't live in fear. This person is not full of anxiety like me. I'm upset. I don't like this person. I really don't. You see? Let me see what this person said. Somebody said, piece of paper marriage is illegal to me. I'm not monogamous. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. If you don't have a marriage ceremony with witnesses, then you're a whoremonger, right? If you got a woman, let's say you're a man and you got a woman, right? And you putting meat inside of her, right? And you haven't had a marriage ceremony, meaning you brought witnesses to the table, family, her family, your family, and you cut out an agreement that's written that states, I, such and such, take such and such as my wife, lawfully, in the eyes of the Most High. If you haven't done that, you're not married. You're just a whoremonger. That's all you are. And you will be in the lake of fire. If you're a dude who think you could just go out here, have relations with a woman, call her your woman, and you don't have a ceremony, you never acknowledged this before the Most High, you never invited her family, her friends, relatives to be a part of this wedding ceremony, you're not married. You're not. We're not even talking about a marriage, like a state marriage license. We're not even talking about that. If you haven't had a ceremony, you dishonored that woman and you dishonored yourself. You're a hypocrite as a dude. And I can't wait to see you lift your eyes up in the lake of fire. Any man at the sound of my voice who is putting meat inside of a woman, right? You call her your girlfriend, your wife, and you ain't take her down with her family, her friends, your family, your folks, and stood before all of them and said, I acknowledge this woman as my wife. I take her as my wife. Here it is in writing. We're going to sign this paper in front of all of you that she is in fact my wife. If you haven't done that as a man, that woman is not your wife. Be careful, ladies and gentlemen, of people who come on YouTube talking about, oh, this is my wife, this and that, and they don't got ceremonies and paperwork. It's not their wife. They're just whoremonger males who out here getting women pregnant. You know what I mean? You have a lot of dudes out here that are living with women, impregnating women, and these women are not their lawful wife. They're not. Did any of these guys go to the father? Did any of these guys... Listen, most of these dudes out here, let me talk about it. Most of these dudes out here, right, never even visited the woman they're with that they call their wife, never visited her father. Don't even know who they are. Never had a ceremony. If you're a woman and you're with a man and he haven't had a ceremony for you, I don't know, how could you feel like you're somebody's wife? I don't know, how could you feel important? Like, wow, you really got a husband. He never honored you. If a man never honored you, then you're not married. In the eyes of the Most High, you're in sin. And you're going to be in the lake of fire too. Even though you're a woman and the man is doing dirt, you're going to be in the lake of fire too for fornication. You know? So you need to get that right. Getting back to the point about jealousy, the new strand of jealousy in today's day are individuals that are mad because you're who you are. They tried everything. They bought the clothes like you. They bought a house like you. They make videos like you. Am I sneak dissing? Yeah. But see, this is not a diss. This is a fact. See, when I speak, I'm speaking raw, straight. You got cats in these YouTube streets, right, that mimic everything I do. From the clothes I wear, house I live in, even down to the car I drive. And they're still not happy. They bought all those things. Now they're in debt, bills, and they're not happy. And that's why jealousy is so bad, because it's like you go doing all of this stuff, buying all of this material, and then you're still not happy. And if you listen to these individuals, they always talk about how these people, they get materials, but that's exactly what they're focused on, is materials. Because before a person can be jealous, they have to see how you living. I'm serious. I mean, when I was in the hood, a lot of these cats thought that I was in some luxurious home. And they never expressed jealousy like that against me. It's because in my videos, I always said I'm in the hood. Now, if I say I'm in the hood, that doesn't mean I'm poor. You have a lot of cats that are in the hood and they good. There's a lot of jealousy in the hood. A lot of haters. But my thing is, when you start to elevate, innovate, and do better for yourself visually and people can see it, then they really start to express their hate towards you. I'm never jealous of anybody. I got too much things going for myself and I'm too busy. Like, I'm too busy to be a hater. Like, let me run down a list of things that I do. Let me see. I'm extremely talented. I have multiple skilled trades, from carpentry, electrician, plumbing. I can build anything. I can design an entire house. I'm very good with decorative work. I'm a muralist. I can paint. I can paint murals. I'm an artist. I can draw. I'm a music producer, a singer, songwriter. I can produce every genre of music. You name the genre, I can produce it. Multifaceted, talented. And I'm a content creator, a movie director, a videographer, photographer, editor, orator, teacher of truth, husband, father, musician. The list goes on and on. So, with all the things that I do, why would I be jealous of somebody? There's no need to. Because I got too much things that I do. Now, the new strand of jealousy kicks in when people that want to be like you, they see you living your life and they don't like it. They don't like that you're alive. The jealousy that I'm talking about that's in people is they wish you were dead so that they can replace you. You got to hear what I'm saying. This new form of jealousy, they want you dead, fam. They want to replace you. I don't think you get it yet. Let me try to slow it down for you so you can understand. Listen to me very carefully. Some of you out there, right? They got people that are jealous of you. They want to replace you with them. You're in their way. Oh man, listen to what I'm saying, fam. This is prophetic. You're in the way of them being successful in who they are. That's why they're jealous of you. You're in the way. Or at least that's what they feel you're in the way. It doesn't mean you're in the way. They feel in their heart that you are blocking them from growing. That's why they're jealous of you. You being alive, doing what you're doing, is preventing them from shining. Listen, guys, throughout this entire video, I'm trying to help you, but I'm also sneak dissing, if that's what you want to call it. Sneak dissing is primarily somebody talking about somebody without mentioning their names. That's what sneak dissing is. But see, I'm publicly letting you know that I am sneak dissing. I'm talking about somebody without saying their name. Y'all all know who I'm talking about, but I don't have to say their name because I'm sneak dissing. See, that's the difference between me and them. I just say what needs to be said. Right? So what I'm trying to get y'all all to understand is that these individuals, they want you to be out of the loop. That's what they want. It's crazy. They want you to be out of the way so that they could take over. Said content creator that I'm speaking of, copy everything I do. If I talk about the hurricane, they talk about it. If I say it was man-made by HARP, the government, whatever the case is, they'll do a video, talk about the same thing. And you have to think about this. Like everything I do, they do. It's crazy. Like anything I say, they do. So what I see is an example of a movie. I can't remember the movie. Maybe y'all could fill in the blanks. But there was a movie back in the day, right, of a person who was living their life, and then there was somebody that was a clone that was trying to mimic, copy, do everything they do, and they were existing in the world at the same time. The person looked like them. It was like a replica, a clone of them. I forgot the name of the movie. And it was crazy because people thought it was them, but it wasn't. It was another person living in the world that was doing everything they were doing, looked the same, everything. I don't know if it was Total Recall. I'm not sure of the movie, but it's crazy to see this type of stuff, fam. And when they speak, they try to sound like you. They use your talking points, your words, and they try to convince their audience like they're smart and intelligent, but they're just copying you. That's all they do. It's crazy, man. Yeah, the Cain and Abel situation is a good example. I'm glad you brought that up. Cain killed Abel because Abel was able to live his life and do his thing, and Cain didn't like it. Cain didn't like that Abel was able to live his life, use his gifts and his talents, and Cain didn't like seeing that. It got him upset, and he decided to kill his brother. So what does that tell you about today? If Cain killed his own brother, why are you worried about racism? Fam, I'd rather be around racists, dragons, and snakes than be around my own people who are jealous of me. Did you get that? I'd rather be around hearted racists that hate black people with a passion. I'd rather live around them. I'd rather say good morning to neighbors that are racist than be around my own people that are jealous and envious of me. Because at least with the racists, I know they're racist. I know they don't like me because I'm a black man. I know that. But when people look like me and they're jealous of me and want me to die, they hate me with a passion, that's the worst, man. I don't know why we're concerned about racism or racist when we got so much hate amongst our own people. Like, that's crazy. It don't make no sense. And shout out to everybody in the chat. My apologies for not saying good morning to everybody. You know, I just wanted to jump on and go live and talk about this new strand of jealousy. So salute to everybody in the building, everybody on the 9-to-5 grind, everybody out there doing what they got to do. My own people, man, is so, I don't know what's the matter with them, man. That's why you got to look at the Cain and Abel story for what it is, because what Cain and Abel taught us is that the majority of our hate is going to come from our own brothers and sisters. Believe it or not. I don't care what the white man is doing. You don't see me making videos about the white man. I don't make no videos about that, man. Because they're not the ones doing dirt, even though they do dirt. You know what I mean? Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. They do their dirt on the secret. But my point is, our people have like this issue with jealousy and hate, man. And a lot of you got folks like that in your life that they're jealous of you. They hate you with a passion. But what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to show you is this new strand of jealousy is they want you out of the way so that they can thrive. They cannot thrive with you being around. For example, said individual that I'm speaking of in this video, he would like that if I'm not on YouTube. I'm just saying it straight. Because if I'm not on YouTube, he'll be able to thrive. But he can't. He can't really thrive because everything he's doing is trying to be like me. And it's like, it's not working. He's not really happy with himself. He's not. He haven't mowed the lawn yet. He haven't bought a lawnmower yet because, you know, everything is kind of tight right now. You know what I mean? Just got a house and you got bills to pay. So I could imagine can't really go out and get that lawnmower right now. You know, you're going to need a big one, though. You're going to need one of the big boy lawnmowers for that field. You're going to need a big boy lawnmower. And them crows, I don't know, man. Living around crows all day, man. I don't know why in the world you picked that area, fam. That's a bad area you picked, bro. Crows? You hearing them things all day? That's sad, bro. And fam, when you walking in the street, walk with the camera so you can see the location. Don't walk with the camera facing upward. I mean, I notice you like you're trying to hide like your location and whatnot. Like, come on now. When I'm walking around the community I'm at, I walk straight. People see the community. They see where I'm at. Like when you do your videos, right? Show the community. Walk around so people could see your accomplishments, since that's what you're trying to show them. Remember, you told the people the Most High blessed you with a house. Okay. He blessed you with a house. Did you tell them that that wouldn't be possible without your woman? Did you tell them that? Did that hurt? Am I sneak dissing? You know who you are. See, the truth of the matter is, I don't need a woman to do what I'm doing. I don't need a woman to sign for me. I don't need a woman's credit. I don't need a woman to get a house. I don't need a woman to get a car. I don't need a woman to do none of that. I do it myself. That's what a man do. So for you to make videos talking about jealousy, it's pathetic. Because any man that got to depend on a woman to do the things that he should have done already, it's not a man. In my opinion. I wouldn't feel good as a man knowing that my woman had to sign some paperwork in order to get a house, which means she could kick me out if she want. Matter of fact, if the woman you with, let's say you got out of pocket, let's say you a dude and the woman you with is not feeling you anymore, or you do something that's out of pocket and she decided to kick you out, that's your fault, bro. Because her name is head of the house. So she could kick you out if she want. You know what I mean? Now, if you're a brother and you got a woman who's a good woman, obviously we don't kick women out. Men don't do stuff like that. Men don't do stuff like that. Men don't kick women out. I noticed this about us men. We could be in a situation where we're in a bad relationship. We could be in a relationship that's not too good, and we could be with a woman. And yeah, it's our house, it's our place legally, but we wouldn't kick the woman out. I don't know what it is about us, man. We be having a lot of compassion, man. We won't kick the woman out. We'll just be like, look, we ain't doing good, so I'm gonna let you chill here, you know, for about 2 months till you get yourself situated, and then you gotta leave. You know what I mean? You could sleep in that room, and it is what it is. But as far as I'm concerned, we're not really together, but I'm not gonna kick you out because I know you don't got no place to stay. It all depends. If she get violent and she start flipping and wilding out, then you gotta put her out. You know what I mean? You gotta call the police. Make sure you call the police now, because you got to make sure everything is documented. But under normal circumstances, a man normally never put a woman out, especially if she got kids, right? But now if you're a dude and a woman is the head of the house, her name is on the paperwork, it's her credit that's used, because you know a lot of women today, they use their credit to help out a man. And a lot of ladies shouldn't do that. Like, it's one thing if you're a married woman and you and a man is together. Now, let me break this thing down, because some of y'all may misunderstand what I'm saying. Listen to me carefully now. If you're a man, right, and you're married to a woman, right, legally, you have a wife. You and her are together. You have a holy matrimony. This is a marriage, right? Under those circumstances, if you are a man and you're providing for your household and your woman has credit and she want to do something to build upon what you already done started, right? There's no problem with that. because it's not like you're using her to get something. I'm talking about men. I'm talking about men that don't provide, men that don't have credit, men that don't know how to establish anything, and they're using their woman to get certain results, and then they take the credit. Did you get it? Let me break it down. When I got to North Carolina, I got the house, car, established everything the way a man's supposed to. My wife is my helpmate. Stay at home mom. She does her job. I do my job. My job is to provide. Her job, take care of the kids, take care of the house, do what she's supposed to do. My job is to be committed, do what I'm supposed to do. Being that I provided and did all these different things, it doesn't mean I'm better. It doesn't mean she's a nobody. What it means is everything is in its proper order. Are you getting it? So I got to be committed to making sure that I'm providing. I got to do that. I got to make sure that I come up with a plan of action on how to take care of the family, even when hard times kick in. Because my job is to make sure that they're good. If I got with her and we have kids, I got to be a man. I got to provide. I got to protect. I got to do everything I got to do. I got to discipline. I got to budget money. I got to make tough decisions. I got to make sure the bills are properly paid. I got to calculate the cost to be the boss so that she could be free to focus on the kids, so that she don't have to worry about money. She don't have to worry about security. She don't got to worry about none of those things. But in the process, she's a helpmate, which means if she wanted to do something for the household and the family, she can do so. But I'm not using her. I did the majority of the main work. Now, what a lot of men are doing today is they're taking advantage of you ladies that been on the hustle and bustle, that went to school, went to college. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Now, guys, don't get mad, but I'm going to tell you the truth. A lot of women today that are single have established themselves in a way that a lot of brothers are falling behind on, man. You got a lot of women out here, even though they like to style up, dress up, get their hair done, do all of that outward stuff, a lot of them actually take care of business, bro. Even down to women that are broke, they know how to take care of business. Meaning, you'll have a woman who's broke, but she still know how to do her paperwork. She still know how to go down, make the phone calls, get the certification. She knows how to go down here, do this, do that, make sure everything is right. And a lot of men, they don't do none of that stuff, man. So what we got today is, and again, I'm not talking about the working brothers. I'm not talking about you guys out there that is on point. Salute to all the brothers that are on point. The men out there that are established, the men out there that don't play no games. You ain't no BSing. You're not out here doing no dirt. You're a man's man, a man who go out there and do what he got to do. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the guy that uses women to get results and then he take the credit. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm talking about men that would take a woman who's a working woman. She's at the job, busting her tail, working. Her credit is good. She cleaned up her life. She did everything. And now that man is able to go get a house a car, clothes, furniture, you name it. Not off of work he did, but off the back of the woman. I'm talking about those guys. Those guys are wicked, man. Because, and you ladies who enable them, stop enabling them, man. If you're with a man, listen, if you're a woman and you're with a man that don't got no credit, he ain't established nothing, he don't pay his bills, he ain't build no line of credit, you don't supposed to be with that man. What the hell are you with a man for if he ain't doing what he got to do? Why are you letting a man use your credit? Why are you letting a man eat off your plate? He's supposed to be a man. You don't supposed to be signing for nothing. You tell that ninja, go out there and build up his credit. You don't make him use your name, your credit that you worked hard for so that he can go get a car. Because now here's the thing. What if you and him broke up? What if you and him fell on bad terms? That car, it's in your name. It's in your credit. Yeah, he might be paying some money down because you got a lot of dudes, they'll bring in some bread, they'll pay towards the bill, but it's on your credit. If something go wrong, sis, that's on your name. Ladies, why would you go get a house in your name off your credit and this man didn't do no work, but you giving him the credit to make him look good? Why are you doing that? How could you feel secure as a woman knowing that you did the work and he ain't do nothing? A man is supposed to know how to work so his woman could see him. Now, granted, all of us brothers, we didn't grow up in the right situations. A lot of us didn't have no fathers to teach us this and that. Some of us struggled, and then we got on point. Some of you brothers probably was the type of guy that was a bum at one point, and you probably had a girl that was doing her thing, and you probably was living off of her coin for a minute. But then you got on track. You recognize, look, I can't be living like this. I don't feel like a man. I remember back in the day, if I could tell you a little story about myself, because I always keep it a buck with you, fam. Always do. But I remember a point in time where I had a job, I was doing my thing, and then that job kind of went downhill, and I was kind of doing self-employment, you know what I mean? It wasn't a lot of money. It wasn't a lot at all. But my wife that is here now, she was working. And pretty much, even though I was bringing in money, she was making more. And to be honest with you, and I shared this story already, I didn't feel like a man, bro. Knowing that she was pretty much bringing in more money. Now, of course, we were already married. We were together. So even though we were married at the time, all the money coming into the pot was still all of our money. But at the same time, if I can be truthful and honest with you, I didn't feel like a man, bro. I did not feel like a man. Seeing her going to work, yeah, I was doing odd jobs. I was doing kitchen remodeling. But the thing is, these type of gigs only came once in a while. So let's say, for example, I had a job and I went to somebody's house and I did like their kitchen or their bathroom. I would get paid like $5,000, probably $8,000, whatever the case is back in the day. And then I wouldn't have no more gigs until I was able to find more. So it was a struggle. It was a struggle. And I just did not feel right as a man. And I had to go get me a job, like a real job, because I was self-employed. And the thing is, money wasn't coming in steady. And if any of you brothers know what I'm talking about, maybe you've been there. And I went and I had to apply, went to I think I went to I forgot the name of that place, man. I think it was called Goodwill. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's called Goodwill, if the story is correct. I went to Goodwill because I got tired of doing the kitchen remodel and stuff. I think I told y'all this story already, how Mexicans pretty much was taking over when it come to doing carpentry work and all of that other stuff. It was like about 8 of those guys in a big old truck and vans, and they would be by the Home Depot. I was doing my thing fine. I was making decent money, but it wasn't enough. And it was a lot of work. I couldn't keep doing it. Imagine doing a kitchen remodel by yourself. Your customer's not going to be happy because you're taking too long to do the job. Whereas if you have an 8-man crew, they could go in there, gut that kitchen out, have it done in a few days. Done. So I went to the Goodwill. I'm giving you the whole full story. This is why I always keep it a buck with the people. It's why the people respect what I say and what I talk about, because a lot of them can relate to the story because maybe you've been there. I went to the Goodwill, and those of you who are in New York, you know about Goodwill. They pretty much help you to go find a job, and they do like these job searchings, and you got to go get listings and go do all this other stuff. So I pretty much went, did all of that stuff, had to buy some clothes to dress up, to look the part, go to interviews, look for jobs, apply. And it was just a hustle. It was a hassle, man. It was just too much nonsense, man. And I did that for a minute. And I remember um, I saw some brothers doing some work outside. And these are brothers that work for New York City Housing Authority. And I said, you know what? Let me go ask these brothers, man. So I pulled up, went outside, swallowed my pride, went outside. Cause that's a lot of us brothers, man. When we're down, we always try to, act like everything is good, and we're embarrassed. I wasn't embarrassed, fam. I went outside and I just kind of pulled up on the brothers, and I was like, yo, see you guys working there all the time. You know what I mean? I want to know, like, how could I get a job like you brothers, man, so I could get some bread, man. And it was like, oh, you want to do this type of work? He was like, yeah, man. Oh, okay. So this is what you do. And he gave me the game. He told me what I need to do. He said, go down to such and such, go fill out this application, take this test, do that, do this, whoopity whoop, boom, boom. So I went and I did it. You know what I mean? I went and I did it, got the job, went through some training classes, got into New York City Housing Authority as a caretaker. Um, did that for about I think about 6 years. About 6 years being a caretaker. Then, supervisors kept instructing me to take some civil service exams. They said, you don't want to stay doing this. And again, shout out to all the caretakers of New York City Housing Authority. Salute to all of y'all. Y'all the hardest workers in NYCHA. So I have much respect for the workers that, do caretaker work. But eventually I elevated from there, took some civil service exams, got some certifications, some OSHA certifications, P99, 835 certification from the FDNY, and passed my tests and my exams, became a HPT. And then from there, as a heat and plant technician, I decided to move up in the ranks, make more money, do what I have to do to provide for the family. And, took another civil service exam and became a heat and maintenance worker, making way more money, but pretty much doing the same work. But you're well respected in the company now because you have the maintenance title. And from there, I wanted to be a supervisor, but that's when the pandemic hit. I didn't take the potion sauce, so they end up laying me off. Um, but my point in saying all of that is to give you the transparency of how at one point I was self-employed. My wife was working while I was self-employed, and I just didn't feel right. I didn't feel like I was doing my job as a man. And I said, you know what, I got to change this because I can't keep going on like this. And I'm sure a lot of you guys been there. So this is why I'm saying, if you're the type of brother that was there and then you got on point, did what you had to do, that's a good thing. What I'm talking about is men that use women. Men that would go year after year after year after year using a woman to live off of her, establish himself. And I'm not saying a dude is not making money, because a dude can make money, but he's still using a woman and he's getting the credit. He didn't really build nothing himself. I feel that as men, we have to establish what we establish, man. We can't be just letting a woman do all this work. Can't do that, man. You got to do some work as a man so that she can see that you're a go-getter, so that she can see that you're out there handling your business. You know what I mean? Because if you're just dependent on her, you're never going to feel like a man. You're never going to grow. You know, you're never going to grow up. We want men to be men. So when we're looking at this whole topic of jealousy, it's all coming from men that don't want to be men. That's what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with men that don't want to be responsible. A lot of women are very responsible. And I'm talking about the working class ladies. A lot of women are very responsible. Even women that don't even got money are responsible. And it's sad that you have a lot of guys that would assume that people are jealous of them when they're not doing no work. Their woman is doing the work. That's like I'm wearing a bunch of designer clothes. Y'all looking at me like, wow, Ringo wearing this, Ringo wearing that. Man, but my girl is buying everything. I'm over here benefiting, right? But she's the one buying everything. How is that? How does that make me look as a man? How does that make me look as a man? I'm driving around a car that my woman bought, but I pose like I did it. You have a lot of guys like that. Imagine living in a house, bro, and your woman got the house. It's not in your name. But when you're on social media, you look like the boss. That's what I'm talking about. That right there is not cool, man. That's not cool, bro. As a man, you're supposed to go out there and work and struggle to make it easy for your woman. That's something that's missing in the black community. A lot of us brothers, the black woman been working too long, man. It's time for her to have a break. The black woman been working far too long for you brothers, for y'all to continue milking the system, making these women work. Listen to this carefully, ladies. Under normal circumstances, you don't supposed to be at a 9 to 5. Now, I understand some of y'all might be single. You got to provide for yourself. I get it. We in 2024, new age, new era, different time. I get it. But when you get with a man, technically, he's supposed to be the provider. And if you are his woman, his wife, whatever relationship you have with him, if anything, you should be working with him to earn money. Not at a 9 to 5. He needs to relieve you from that. He needs to let you go from that world so that you could be a wife, a woman in whom he can really grow with. He need to relieve you from that. That's very important. Had my tea sitting here. Damn near got cold, man. Let me see. Yeah, tea got cold. Got to go warm it up. You've been sitting there for a whole hour. I just realized I've been on for 53 minutes. Right? Yeah, it's no time to be jealous in these times. It's just wasted energy. But what I'm trying to say is there are people that are jealous of you because of who you are. So like I was saying, ladies, if a man is using you to get where he needs to go in life, you need to cut that off because he might end up jumping ship and leave you with the bill. This is why as a woman, you shouldn't be putting nothing in a man's in your name unless you have a marriage and you're working together and he's building. But in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I feel that everything should be in a man's name if it's his. In other words, if I'm buying a car, I'm not waiting for my woman to sign for me. That's my work. That's my credit. That's my name. It's my car. Because I don't want something happen where we went our separate ways and now we busy in court fighting over a car. I don't want that. I don't want to be fighting over a house that I bought. You know what I mean? And see, here's the thing. And I talk about this a lot. We live in a time right now where it's very, and you can't blame women for this, right? You can't blame women for feeling this way, but I got to talk about it. There's some truth to why women get their own place, get their own house. They have to. They have to for security purposes. They have to. Women have to get their own place for security purposes because a lot of you ninjas, if you have a place in your name, you could probably put them out. They're not dumb. So they'd rather have their own spot where nobody could put them out. You can't get mad and say, oh, women aren't traditional. She needs to be a stay-at-home mom. I get it. I get all of that. That's true. But at the same time, we're in 2024. So a woman got to have some sense of security of recognizing that if she get with this brother here, she got to make sure that he's true. And I'm going to talk about this in my other video because I'm going to do another live stream after this where I'm going to talk to the ladies about if you had a man that dumped you today, then this video is for you. This pretty much the same video that I did for the brothers. I'm going to do one for the women today. A woman in today's day is supposed to have her own crib for security purposes. Even if you're in a relationship with a man, I feel personally today, if you're in a dating game and you're a woman, I feel you shouldn't move in with a man. This is an original talking point from Ringo TV. If any of you content creators try to steal this, everybody's going to know you stealing my content. Listen to me very carefully, ladies. 2024, 2025, moving forward, I feel personally that every relationship, you should have your own crib. Meaning if you're a woman, you should have your own spot. If you're a dude, you should have your own spot. And you come together and you link up. I feel that is the best way in 2025 moving forward that all relationships should be. Now, I'm going to explain this because I am the originator of this talking point. If I hear anybody talking about this, they got it from me. I am the pioneer in these YouTube streets when it comes to game. I'm the pioneer in these YouTube streets when it comes to relationship advice. Yes, the traditional way is for you to establish a home and you have your wife, wives, whatever the situation is. What I'm saying, in 2024, it is very risky to get into a relationship and you don't know the outcome of people being there long term. So if you're a woman and you move into a house with a man and you left your apartment, you left your good apartment or you left your house to go move in with a man in whom you thought was true, and next minute y'all fall out. Now what you gonna do? Now where you gonna go? You see my point? But now, if you had that relationship with that brother and you lived in your own crib and he started acting like a fool, you could always say, look, I'm out. I got my own crib. It's furnished already. I'm just visiting you. That's how relationships should be 2024 moving forward. Nobody should be living with each other, fam. If you want to spend a night at the dude's house, you could do so. If the dude want to spend a night at your house or spend a week at your house, cool. But we shouldn't be living in the same house. You know why? New time, different era. Listen, I'm 47 years young. 47, just in case you don't know. I'm not 20, I'm not 30, I'm 47, right? I grew up in a time that's totally different. When I met my wife, it was a totally different time, totally different era. We have a totally different mindset. Today's mindset of individuals, they're not going to make it when it comes to dating and relationships. They're just not going to make it. It's never going to work out. So my advice is, as a woman, you have your own crib, you stay there. Dude, you got your own crib, you stay there. You want to meet up with Shorty, you go to her house. She want to meet up with you, she go to your house. You want to spend a night for the week? Cool. She want to spend a night for the week? Cool. But at the end of the day, you got your own spot. That way, listen carefully, you're not up under each other all day. There's space between the two of you. So now you get to learn about one another from a distance, and you could visit one another, and you could leave in your own car. You don't got to worry about no BS. You see what I'm saying? That's the way it's supposed to be. But in today's day, you got couples that are trying to get together to move in, and it's just not working. Why? Because they don't got the morals, the values, and the principles of back in the day. They don't got it. So they don't understand commitment. They don't understand loyalty. They don't understand how to share. They don't understand having a given spirit. See, I know what my responsibility is in this house. I know what I got to do. I'm not going to go to my wife and say, hey, you got to pay this bill. That's my job. Her job is to work with me. You understand? When you see me and my wife doing content, that's me teaching her social media. I'm trying to teach her these things so she could get involved and work with me. You get what I'm saying? That's the way it's supposed to be if you have a woman. So if you're a sister and you trying to get into a dating relationship, keep your job. Keep your apartment. Keep your house. Don't give it up to go get with some ninja talking about, well, I'm moving in. Don't do it. Find out who this man is so you can know how he moved to see if he real. Don't go ruin your life getting with some ninja and you don't know nothing about him. You see what I'm saying? So now, I don't know who all of that is for, but it's for somebody that's viewing. Now let's get back to jealousy, because all of this plays a role in the content. You have people out there that are jealous of your relationship. They see your wife, they see your house, they see the way you live in, and they're jealous of that. They want to be that. They want to have that same feel. And they don't feel that way if they're in an apartment. They don't feel like they got it. So they got to go get a house in order to feel like they got it. And then when they get the house, they're not happy because now they're seeing the bills. You have a lot of people out there trying to copy other people. They go get houses and cars and all this other material, and then they have the bill to pay. Now they're upset. Now they're like, wait, I didn't know it was going to come with all of this. Oh, you thought wrong. Oh, it comes with a lot more. A lot more. You got to pay insurance. You got to pay for your trash. You got to pay for your water. You got to pay for everything. Oh, yeah, you got to pay for everything. So when those bills start coming in, they see the reality that this is real. Now, they're not so happy with what they got. Never buy materials to compete with other people. Never do that. It's going to wear you down, people. It's going to break your spirit. Imagine going out there buying materials, buying cars, buying houses, just to compete with somebody else because you want to be like them. You're going to go miserable, man. You're going to make yourself miserable doing that mess. Yeah, home maintenance is not like you got that right. Home maintenance, it's not like an apartment. You got that right. Fam, I just got finished. Now, those of you that know, when I got here, I redid the lawn, or not redid it, but I maintained the lawn and made the lawn of the property better, right? Okay, you know what I recently did? I recently uprooted everything in the lawn. Everything. Those of you that are into this type of work, you know what dethatching is. Scarifying, you know what that means, right? Overseeding, you know what that means. So I pretty much did that work. That's back-breaking work. Back-breaking work. That's right. A lot of work. Not only that, I aerated the lawn. All of it. By myself. You know how much work that is? Then water it. applied seed. A lot of people don't understand how to do all of that work. It's not easy work. That comes when you are in a house. You can't do that if you're in an apartment. So if you're competing with someone, you got to do that work too. That's a lot of work. And it depends on what area you live in. Like if you live in a warm area, probably like in Texas or whatever the case is, then maybe you don't need to do that. But I know in North Carolina, based on my research, this would be a cool season area. So it's like we're in the middle of the seasons. So fall weather is typically the time you want to dethatch, aerate, scarify, overseed. That's typically the time you would want to do that because you're in a cool season area. If you're like in Arizona somewhere, it ain't gonna work. It's too hot. Not the right time. Maybe in the spring, I believe. I think like springtime is when they would do that. I don't know. I didn't do the research for that area, but I know it's hot over there. Probably out in Texas is hot too, right? Let me see what this person says. Let me see. Now, a person comes in and say, why do you and no name YouTuber have the same title on your videos today? His comes more sense than yours. Let me help you out. Because it's a stupid question. And being that you're from over there, I think you know what I'm talking about. So have a good day. Do you see what I mean, ladies and gentlemen? Now, an individual comes over from that side to say why we have the same title. Didn't I just tell you that I'm sneak dissing? Didn't I say that I'm talking about an individual without using their name? What better way to use a title? Nobody owns titles. Titles is how I get your attention. Now think about this. I don't go to that man's platform. You don't see me over there commenting. I don't go over there in the live chat. I don't do none of that. But his viewers come over here. Why? Ask yourself why. It's crazy. You said he just went live about us. That's what I mean. Competitive jealousy. See, I told you guys 1,000 times, I'm playing chess, not checkers. What I'm showing you, ladies and gentlemen, is how the demon operate in competitive jealousy. How you do something and then they try to do something right after. This is what I mean. Are you getting it? It's to show you the truth of what this new strand of jealousy is like. I mean, think about it. I've been working all week. You haven't seen me on YouTube much. I don't even mention this individual. But they sneak this in every video. There's a lot of other videos I got to react to his. See, he did about 3 videos. I got to react to all of those videos. I might do it later because I'm pretty much done with the lawn right now. So I got free time. I was literally working on the lawn from like 9 in the morning all the way to 9 at night. No cap. You could ask my wife. Literally working on the lawn for about 2-3 days, doing a lot of work. And remember I was showing y'all about that pre-germination period? I didn't even waste my time with that about soaking the seeds in the bucket. That's a waste of time. If you want to really get really technical and really understand what germination is when it comes to lawn care, you got to get the seeds into the soil. They got to have soil to seed contact. That's pretty much how you do it. So if you use an aerator with a seed, the device that makes seed go into the lawn with an aerator, it's going to push the seeds into the lawn, into the soil. And that's what you want to do to have good germination, right? If you use the wrong lawn seed, um, you're just going to waste your money and time. I did that at one point when I got here. I didn't understand what lawn I had. And I think I was using Bermuda lawn seeds. That's not the correct seeds for North Carolina area. Um, North Carolina area uses a particular type of seed. And I got the correct one after making a few mistakes. But nonetheless, let's get back to the point of jealousy, right? This new strand of jealousy, guys, they don't want you to exist. They're not even happy when you're not actively talking about them. For example, said individual, right, miss me talking about them. I'm serious. Said individual is like, damn, he didn't talk about me for like a week. Man, when is he going to talk about me so I could talk about him? So I could make my audience think that, see, guys, everybody's jealous of me. Nobody's jealous of you, bro. Stop it. Stop saying everybody's jealous of you. Please stop. You don't have nothing that anybody would be jealous of. You're not talented. You're not a stylist. You're not equipped with the ability to do certain things. And you need a woman to pay your way. That's nothing to be jealous of, bro. I'm in my own lane and I've been doing this before you since 2006. There is nothing to be jealous of you for. Like, seriously. I don't know why they keep doing that. I don't know why they keep saying somebody's jealous of them. You don't have nothing that I would be jealous of, bro. Like, seriously. Yeah, people that are jealous definitely feed off of. They definitely feed off of your energy. They feed off of everything you do. It's sick. Let me see. So, hey, I'm going to get up on out of here, guys. I'm going to get me something to eat. I got to warm up my tea. I'm going to be back with a video for the ladies. Try to give y'all some info on how to move. Just remember, ladies, if you got your own crib, your own house, your own apartment, whatever it is you got, don't ever give up that. If you have a 9-to-5, don't leave your 9-to-5. Somebody like, but Ringo, I thought you said that if a woman become a wife, she should be a stay-at-home mom. And yeah, she should. But you got to understand balance, ladies. You don't want to leave what you got to get with a man that you don't know, right? You want to be able to get to know who this man is, find out if he's really a provider, find out if he have the means to provide for not only himself, but you also, and any possible children that comes out of that. And you have to know that this is a long-term situation. If he's not going to be there with you long-term, don't leave your job and don't leave your house. If you do that, good luck. Because many women have done that and lost everything. It's crazy, man. Yeah, I got to warm my tea. It's literally ice cold. You know, I got my tea right here. See? It's ice cold. I've been on for 74 minutes. I like my tea, fam. Got to have tea. It is what it is. So, ladies, remember the game. Don't leave your 9-to-5 and don't move in with a man. And you have to understand, as a father of 4 daughters, you have to understand that when I give you this advice, this is real talk. I'm not here to sugarcoat and play any games. My job is to make sure that my daughters are prepared for life. And the last thing I want is for them to be dealing with some ninja doing a bunch of buffoonery and stupid stuff. Now, if they make decisions to go out there and be a fool, then that's their problem. But I'm going to do my best as a father to make sure that they're prepared. And one thing they're going to know is make sure that they got their crib. And that's if they want to go You know what I mean? Because they're always welcome to stay with daddy. They're always welcome to do that. You know what I mean? But if they want to go be on their own and do their own thing, and hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's different if you have a son. If you have a son, you kick him out the house. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You kick that ninja out. You got to go out there and fly. But now, if you have daughters, that's a different situation. You know what I mean? You got to make sure that you protect them and keep them with you as the father. But yeah, they would definitely know to maintain uh their life and do what they need to do. And how can I say, have their job if they want to work, get their own apartment, whatever, and not to move in with a ninja. You know what I mean? These are principles that they got to know. A lot of you that follow the Bible, you might be trying to do things biblically. Those days are over when it comes to trying to do everything based on scripture. And you have to hear what I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't follow the Bible. What I'm saying is relationships in today's day is totally different. It's totally different. If you all trying to follow what the Bible say in terms of how you have a relationship ran, in order for that to work, the man and the woman have to both be following God. If they're not, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And I know my wife is pretty much watching the show, so you can go ahead and fix the late breakfast. You can go ahead and start. Because I'm sure she's watching the stream right now. But she can do that. You said sons normally leave home last. That's in today's day. The daughters normally be out. A lot of these sons are, in today's day, are mama boys. Those are the type of dudes that pretty much be living at home with their mama all day long. All I'm saying is this, guys. If you're a parent and you got a son that's behaving, right? Listen to me what I'm saying, because I don't want y'all to go kick your son out, right? If you have a son right now that is in school, doing what he got to do, he's getting his life together as a young man, don't go kick him out. You know what I'm saying? Let him build himself up and give him some time to get himself right. Just because he's a young man, as long as he's respecting the house, respecting his family, doing his chores, in school, got a little job, you know what I mean, doing his thing, then he's on point, right? Always remember where we were, right? Give him that extra grace. But now if he's a ninja who just think he want to just run up the house and just do whatever he want to do and act a fool, then you kick him out. You let him go out there and be a man. Now, if you have daughters, it's a different story. They're not married. You know what I mean? If your daughters are not married, they should technically stay home with you. But they got to follow the rules. They got to behave themselves. They got to do what they got to do, all of that type of stuff. It is what it is. Let me see what this person said. Hold on a second. Somebody says, no, Ringo, y'all know y'all not kicking no son out. No one believe in doing that unless they indict. I think you need to fast forward the video because you're not making any sense after what I just finished saying, because I made it very clear not to kick out a son if he is on point in school doing what he need to do. The one you kick out is the one who is misbehaving. He's out in the street acting the fool. Then you kick him out the damn house since he want to be a man, right? Simple as that. So daughters are different because daughters have to get married. If they're not married, they should stay home with you until they get themselves situated with a quality man. Hopefully a biblical man, but if not, then she's at liberty to get her own crib and move out. Because like I said, relationships are totally different today, and women should have their own place. You know, they should have their own place. And it's healthy for a woman to have her own place so that if she do have a man, she could go back home when she feel like it. She could stay with him if she want, and she could go back home. She got her job. She's happy. She got a dude she's talking to, and everything is cool. But I don't suggest a woman throw all of that away in getting with a man and he have not proven himself to be a man. He got to prove that he's going to be there with you long term. Listen, if you're a lady and you get with a brother, he should be there long term. If you haven't established that, don't waste your time. You know. So we might do a part 2 about this jealousy situation because it's serious. You know what I mean? You have a lot of people out there that is jealous, and it's just sad. Okay. Sarah corrected herself. She says, I know you just said it. My bad. I digress. I don't want no beef. No, you good. I figured that you probably was behind on the stream. I'm not saying to throw sons out because they're still your boys. What I'm saying is if he's acting up, then you got to let him go. If he's on point and he's in school, he's doing his chores, he's taking out the trash, he respect his mom, dad, you know what I mean? He respect the house, then you let him be, until he get himself together, you know? But daughters are a little different. You gotta take care of your girls. But my suggestion for ladies is not to ever leave their job or their house to get with some man. And even today, you got to really think about these things as a woman. If you are, let's say you're a lady and you already bought yourself a house or you're renting a house, whatever the case is, right? And you meet a man and he's like, I want you to live with me so we could be close together. And you go and give up your house, give up your career, you sell your house to go live with him. You should have never did that. Not in 2024. And it's not about fear. It's about being smart. In today's day, I don't recommend nobody move in with somebody if they're dating or having a relationship. I just don't feel that that's necessary. You can visit, you can stay for a week, you can stay for a month, but pay your rent in your spot. He pay his rent at his pot, mortgage, whatever y'all do. That, to me, is what's going to make your relationship go long term. And then before you know it, when y'all both settled, y'all can both put together and purchase some property of your own. You see how we did that? We never left each other's spots. We kept those places in stack. That's our security base. Because if you got a woman and you living in her house, she could always kick you out when she get mad. Oh, you cheated on me? I'm kicking you out. If the woman is living at the guy house and he just get tired of you, he kick you out. Now you don't got a place to stay as a lady. It's bad. But anyway, y'all, we're gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna be back with more content later on. Be careful with these jealous people, man. They just want to be you so bad, and they really want you to be out of the way so that they can thrive. Some people, they thrive off your energy. For example, the said individual that I'm talking about, he'll want you to think that somebody's jealous of him, but nobody's jealous of him. He don't got nothing I need, bro. I have too much going on for myself. He knows that already. He knows that already. So what he wants is to feed off the energy, my energy. That's how he thrives. In other words, when I speak or talk or mention anything about him, he's going to talk because my words are valid. I mean, Rollo made a lot of videos about him. He never speaks about Rollo. Brainwaves made a lot of videos about him. And it's like, I don't know what it is. But when I make a video, he got something to say. Makes you go, right? That's that competitive jealousy kicking in. They don't have no content till I speak. Hey, mindsets, you gonna make a video today about me? You've been doing kind of bad with your views. Nobody been watching all them Jaguar videos, fam. You got to come with a video with Ringo. Make sure you put my name in the title too to promote me, because that's the only time you get views. Anyway, y'all take care. I'll be back with more content later on. Ringo TV reactions. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all take care. Peace.